Part 5 of 6. Chapter 39. The morning that changed everything. After the sorrow of the crucifixion came a quiet and uncertain morning. The tomb had been sealed. The stone was in place. Guards stood watch. To many people, the story appeared finished. The disciples remained hidden. Fear filled their hearts. But God had not abandoned his promise. Early on the first day of the week, faithful women traveled to the tomb. They carried spices to honor Jesus. As they approached, something extraordinary had happened. The stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. The women were shocked, confused, amazed. Then heavenly messengers appeared with incredible news. "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen." The greatest miracle in history had taken place. Jesus was alive. Death had been defeated. Hope had returned. Chapter 40. Mary's joy after great sorrow. The grief that had overwhelmed Mary would soon be transformed into joy. Only days earlier she had watched her son die. Now the impossible had happened. The promises of God had proven true. The darkness of Calvary was giving way to the light of resurrection. Imagine Mary's emotions: relief, wonder, gratitude, awe. Everything Gabriel had spoken about years earlier was coming to fulfillment. God's plan had never failed. Even when circumstances seemed hopeless, even when sorrow seemed unbearable, God remained faithful. This truth strengthened Mary's heart forever. Chapter 41. The risen Christ appears. In the days that followed, Jesus appeared to many people. He appeared to his disciples. He appeared to groups of believers. He spoke with them, encouraged them, taught them. The fear that had once controlled them began to disappear. Confidence replaced uncertainty. Faith replaced doubt. The disciples now understood that Jesus truly was who he claimed to be. Mary also witnessed the transformation taking place around her. The frightened followers she had seen after the crucifixion were becoming bold messengers. The resurrection changed everything. It changed lives. It changed history. And it changed the future of the world. Chapter 42. A new mission begins. Before returning to heaven, Jesus gave his followers an important mission. They were to share his message with the world. They were to bring hope to every nation. They were to tell people about God's love and salvation. The responsibility was enormous. Yet they would not face it alone. Jesus promised that God's Spirit would guide them. Mary remained among these early believers. She continued supporting them through prayer and encouragement. Though she was no longer the young girl from Nazareth, her faith remained just as strong. She had trusted God at every stage of her life. Now she continued trusting him as the church began to grow. Chapter 43. Pentecost. One of the most important events after the resurrection was Pentecost. The disciples gathered together in prayer. Mary was among them. Suddenly, a powerful sound filled the place. The Holy Spirit came upon the believers. They were filled with courage and strength. The fearful disciples became fearless witnesses. Thousands of people heard the message. Many believed. The church began to grow rapidly. Mary witnessed another remarkable chapter in God's plan. The movement that began with Gabriel's message was now spreading across nations. The faith she had carried in her heart was reaching the world. Chapter 44. Mary's life in the early church. As years passed, Mary became a respected figure among believers. Many looked to her as an example of faith and obedience. She understood what it meant to trust God through uncertainty. She understood suffering. She understood hope. Her life was a testimony to God's faithfulness. Though the Bible records only limited details about her later years, her influence continued growing. Believers remembered her courage. They remembered her humility. They remembered her willingness to say yes to God's call. Generation after generation shared her story. Chapter 45. Lessons from Mother Mary. Mary's life offers powerful lessons for people today. First, she teaches us humility. She never sought power or fame. She simply served God faithfully. Second, she teaches courage. Again and again, she faced uncertainty, yet she continued forward in faith. Third, she teaches trust. Even when she could not understand God's plan, she believed his promises. Fourth, she teaches perseverance. From Bethlehem to Calvary, she remained faithful through every season. These lessons remain relevant centuries later. They continue inspiring millions around the world. Chapter 46. The Legacy of Faith. Mary's influence extends far beyond her own lifetime. Artists have painted her image. Writers have told her story. Believers have honored her faith. Churches have remembered her example. Yet her greatest legacy is not found in paintings or monuments. It is found in her obedience. A simple yes to God changed history. One act of faith helped bring hope to the world. Her story reminds us that God often works through ordinary people willing to trust Him. Chapter 47. A Mother Remembered Through the Ages. Across continents and cultures, Mother Mary continues to be remembered. People admire her compassion. They admire her strength. They admire her devotion. Her journey was not easy. It included joy and sorrow, miracles and challenges, celebration and sacrifice. Yet through every chapter, she remained faithful. That faith became her greatest gift to future generations. Chapter 48. The Power of Hope. The resurrection proved a powerful truth. No darkness lasts forever. No sorrow has the final word. No obstacle is greater than God's power. Mary experienced this truth personally. She moved from fear to faith, from uncertainty to confidence.